Welcome back, Skippers. Presented by Owner's Box Fantasy Sports. Today we are doing buy low, sell high targets for your teams in fantasy baseball. Avery, Jer, Drew, and it's finally here. Months of waiting. The giveaway is finally here. Jeremy, your turn to do the giveaway.
It's giveaway time. I got a lot of heat on the. I told you guys. I did tell them to give me heat.
Yeah.
Chirp,
and the heat was
chirp
there.
me in the comments. You guys did a great job at chirping. It was unbelievable. We got the giveaway. We are giving away an all-star jersey of your choice.
Where's the graphic going to go?
It's going to go right here. A little square. It's going to say, enter for your chance to win a free all-star jersey.
How do they enter this contest?
Subscribe to Owner's Box, and if you already do, that's fine. Send a screenshot that you're subscribed and send it to @OwnersBox on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram as well, because we'll be announcing the winner.
Just send us a DM. It'll be Jer and I in the comments. We'll answer you. We'll send you a like when we get it, and we put you in the spreadsheet.
Yeah, free jersey of your choice, all-star.
What are your thoughts on the all-star jerseys?
I mean, I would want one.
Yes, I agree too. Free stuff.
Like, it's something that, like, maybe the design isn't awesome, but I would want that in my house. Like, it'd be sick. Like, they're so unique. There's only one. Like, it's every year so different. And having your team, I would probably pick
the Blue Jays. I mean, that's
someone from the Jays, Marquez Simeon, maybe.
Okay, well, thank you to everyone for the support recently. It's been awesome again. It's our way of giving back to you guys, keeping you guys engaged. So thanks for all of that giveaway. Enter the giveaway. Why not?
I mean, there's literally no reason why you wouldn't enter.
So let's get to your first buy low player, Jerry.
My first buy low. I've been eyeing this guy for a couple weeks, and I'm finally pulling the trigger on him, and that's Paul Goldschmidt. Look,
Excuse me?
Paul Goldschmidt.
Schmidt.
You know, Schmidt is like the hardest thing I can do.
Yeah, I know.
All his stats look great. His expected batting average is better than his average by I think it's like 280 his expected average is, and he's hitting 250. Highest exit velo of his career, highest hard hit percentage of his career. His walk percentage is randomly really down at 8%. I literally have no clue why. So I think he's hitting two spot. Maybe he's trying to be more aggressive. I don't know. His launch angle is randomly 17, which is super high for him. So I think he just needs to review some footage and get that down a bit. But no, he's been great. I'm gonna if you look by month to month, in March and April he's 214. He had a terrible start to the year. In May he hit 265. In June he hit 281, and right now in July he's hitting 333. So he just keeps getting better. And to be honest, you can get him at such a cheap price. The Fantasy Baseball Today boys have him ranked at the 18th first baseman. I couldn't believe it. That is crazy. That is crazy high. And a couple targets here: Trey Mancini, Rhys Hoskins, DJ LeMahieu. Yeah, I'd trade any of those guys for Paul.
I'd probably rather have DJ.
DJ's a tough one because he's a prime buy low type of guy, but putting him in there, but because his value's so low. But I mean,
DJ's played well.
Yeah,
he wasn't our second round pick worthy.
No, definitely not.
I think he's starting to come around too.
Yeah.
All right, Drew.
My buy low is Ketel Marte of the Arizona Diamondbacks. He's on IL right now, but looks like he's going to be coming back by the end of the month, within a couple weeks here. My reasons that you need to go buy Ketel Marte are that second base is the thinnest position in baseball, especially for fantasy. The fantasy manager that has him might be frustrated that he spent 8 weeks on the IL so far this year with the hamstring injury. But if you look at his stats, he's batting .370 when he's played so far this season. The Diamondbacks are bad, but Ketel Marte isn't. And my number one reason to buy Ketel Marte is that if you are a contending team and Ketel Marte is on a team that's in the bottom half of your league, you go get him now. He can be the piece that puts you over the edge to win the championship come August and September.
The injury concern with Ketel Marte is super concerning for what I would have to give up to him for him.
Yeah.
You would have to
the re-aggravation?
He's just always hurt.
And
you'd
probably have to give up Marquez Simeon plus.
Oh, I wouldn't think so. Not with.
There's no way.
Ketel Marte is one of the best fantasy players.
No one's trading Marquez Simeon straight up for Ketel Marte.
Yeah, Ketel Marte is
I still might buy low, but I still rather have
fantastic
Simeon.
player. I think the reason that second base is so thin is why people will hold on to him. Yeah. Ketel Marte hits the ball as hard as anyone. Seeing 370 is tough to be buy low, but I mean, I guess if he's injured right now, but it's just Ketel Marte. He's going to get injured.
Yeah, it just depends
man.
on the price, depends on the league of what you could actually give up to get Ketel Marte. Yeah. But I do feel like that price is high.
I mean, if you're in like third place and the guy that has him is in 10th place and he's like, I just can't wait. Like, I need someone that's going to play now at middle infield or utility, then that might be a good buy low for sure.
It's definitely worth it.
I hear you guys. Injury concerns for sure.
Yeah.
All right, my guy Luke Voit of the Yankees, 237, 302, 381 so far, 3 homers, 10 RBIs. This is like kind of tough after he has a 5-hit game yesterday, but that was awesome for him. His expected batting average is 273. His expected slug is 529, which is 200 points higher. Highest barrel percentage of his career so far. Second highest hard hit percentage of his career so far. Obviously, he was hurt at the start of the year. That's why he doesn't have many counting stats so far. And first base kind of thin too, so people might want to hold on to him. But I think this is a good target for you to get as a guy who hasn't really exploded since he started, but he's going to find his stride. So Luke Voit, awesome year. Obviously last year led the league in homers. I think it's a good target that for a guy that you should get on your team as well. Like he's come back. He's like kind of struggled a little bit, but he was hitting like 189 I think before yesterday, and he's up to like 230 based on that one day.
Yeah, I think that Luke Voit, those type of players are the type of players who, when they're hot, they go on an absolute tear.
Yeah.
And you look at guys like Joey Gallo have similar outings like that, where they'll go a week where they're just absolutely mashing the ball. And we're seeing it with Kyle Schwarber, like right now. Like he's just, it's like these crazy hot streaks, and you find that with these bigger players who can hit home runs. But you saw Luke Voit pretty much almost all last year be like that.
He led the league in home runs.
Yeah, so I think that it's just bound to when he'll get hot and how long will that stretch stay. But he's definitely at a low price right now.
Yeah. All right, sell high.
Sell high, I'm going Gene Segura, second base eligibility. He's old. That's one of the points I have here. I'm not expecting you to get don't go out and sell him for someone crazy. You're not going to get someone crazy in return. That's not what I'm telling you that you'll get. He's hitting 330 right now. He's battled some injuries. He has 6 stolen bases, but it's his lowest sprint speed of his career, so I do not expect him to steal very many bases. His expected batting average is lower. It's actually 270 compared to his 330 average right now. His launch angle is not good. It's like 2, so you know those hits are pretty much all these probably singles.
Worm burners.
Yeah.
Seeing eye singles.
This is more of just a guy who has been, I think, getting lucky, and he's older. He's not making hard contact. So Kevin Biggio is someone who I think the window is still there of a buy low. Like you saw how highly touted he was drafting, and the Jays, I think that he is going to be their third baseman even after the deadline. And Brandon Lau of the Tampa Bay Rays.
I think Lau is a very good one. He's hitting like 200. It's more along the lines of Lau's better talent than Segura, but
I like Lau.
So those are the 2 guys I said. So they're not crazy guys, but it's just a good flip, I think, that for your team. Both second basemen, too.
All right, Drew.
My sell high, staying in the NL West, is German Marquez of the Colorado Rockies. So Avery about 2 weeks ago said he was the buy low, and since that, last 4 starts, 3-0, .93 ERA, .53 WHIP, 25 Ks in 29 innings. So great buy low, Avery.
Let's give a little round of applause.
Yeah,
right.
We know. Just look at the numbers.
Yeah.
But now is the time to sell him for someone who does not pitch in Coors Field. Right? Like we know the Coors Field effect on pitchers is crazy. I'd still only comfortable starting German Marquez on the road. Like
Even
if he's
though
at home,
he has better numbers at home.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the law of averages is eventually going to even out. Like the last 4 starts were also against the Brewers, the Mariners, the Pirates, and the Cardinals. So not even that great of teams that he's facing. Players I'd rather have at pitcher, Aaron Nola, if you can somehow get him in a package with German Marquez, or any of the Astro starters. So Valdez, Javier, Greinke, Urquidy, any of those guys.
I think it hurts the reputation of the show that we did this within 2 weeks, but there's good
He had
points.
a hot 2 weeks.
Pardon?
He had a hot 2 weeks.
True.
No,
But
it's
if I
too
said,
hot.
But when I said he's a good pitcher that you should buy him, and then it's like, oh, you just sell him.
We can't
now.
disagree.
He's not
No, I think I don't know. It'd be interesting who you could get for German Marquez right now, because he's still technically playing at Coors Field, and everyone knows that. But it'd be interesting. I don't think, man, like Zach Greinke maybe you could trade for Herman Marquez, but it's a tough one. I don't know what you could actually get for Herman Marquez.
Yeah, the counter stats started to look better too after he starts. So I'll go my sell high. Trevor Rogers of the Marlins, 7-5, 2.22 ERA, 118 strikeouts, 105 WHIP. Credible talent, amazing season so far. Rookie of the Year candidate in the NL. I'm not telling you to sell him right now, but this is starting to get the wheels turning in your head. Trevor Rogers is going to be on an innings limit in the second half of the season. He's a young pitcher for a team that's not very good, so you need to start thinking about selling him at some point. Like if you're going to want him down the stretch for your fantasy teams, he probably just won't be there at the end of the season for you. So I'm thinking if he pitches in this All-Star game and he goes crazy, his value might be at the highest that it could be all season. If he pitches really well in the All-Star game, people are like, oh, who is this guy? Like if they don't know, they should know who Trevor Rogers is at this point. But if they don't and he has an awesome outing in the All-Star game, it'll just increase his value. Right now, I'm not selling him right yet, but this is a thing. In my league, if we were in a league that makes lots of trades, Trevor Rogers is a guy I'm trying to, by the end of July, I want probably off of my team if I can get something in return that is worthwhile.
I think it's a no-brainer. If I have him on my team, I'm shopping him right now. I'm not taking the risk of news coming out saying that he's going to be on innings limit because it just completely...
Well, the news is already out.
So then his value has already been decreasing then.
Yeah, he's going to be the fifth starter in the second half.
Yeah, so you have to trade him now.
It's tough.
Just like Corbin Burns.
Yeah. Redraft. I have no connection. Like, if a keeper's league is completely different, but redraft, who cares?
Yeah,
you gotta let him go.
He's one of the guys. No sticky substance worries though. He's been one of the few guys who's been really good too. So that's why people are going to find it tough to part with him. But I think you need to start thinking about this if you have Trevor Rogers on your team.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's tough because we said he was one of my undervalued starting pitchers this year. So it's nice as a guy that I'd want to hold on to, but. In the end, you want to make moves that help you win in the end. And if he's not on your team by the end, he's not going to help you win. Totally.
Yeah, that's for sure.
All right, that's all I got. Play Owner's Box. Use the code Skippers5 for the weekly salary cap contest. They're fun. I beat Jeremy pretty much every week.
Yeah, download Owner's Box today.
That's not true. Jeremy's a fair amount. T-Mac's the king of the salary cap. But it's fun. Join the Cord, subscribe, like the channel, enter the giveaway. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.